Okay, so let's take a look at your current swing.
Okay.
So this is a down the line view here. The backswing, the beginning of the backswing, the club head is moving a bit flat here.
Okay.
So when it starts with a flat pad,
getting
then eventually you have to lift it up.
Yeah.
Then when you lift up, typically what happens is, so you have to lift your elbow,
Yeah.
then the club goes slightly crossover alignment. So imagine that you're drawing a line from the ball through the midsection of your trunk here. Then the hands are deviated from this line. The club head is deviated from this line, but the club head is deviated more than the hands.
Yeah.
So it's a crossover, regardless of the size of the backswing.
Yeah.
So imagine you are going a bit more, then club head will go down this way here. So it will show clearly the crossover alignment.
Yeah.
But still, this is also crossover alignment. And it's mainly because you are starting a bit flat initially.
Okay.
And try to lift this up.
Yeah.
In this process, automatically you go to this
Yeah.
position. And then, so your right arm is pretty low here. I recommend a bit higher hand position here. And then on the way down, this is essentially a dragging pattern here. Look at your right knee here. Your right knee bends early. So essentially on the way down, what happens is you keep your hand low here, from here.
Yeah.
On the way down, you're coming this way here, dragging this down, going this way.
Okay.
Instead of go up here and just throw and stand on the leader side,
Okay.
you chose to pull this down.
Okay.
Everything is collapsing here.
Yeah.
That's why the right heel should leave the ground early. Going into this position. And then with that, your club head pad is somewhat, into out here. So your main swing characteristic is go over, keep this low here, from here, pulling this down.
Yeah.
And then let's go to the rear view here. Ooh. So you see your right elbow is located quite behind your body here, because it's low here.
Yeah.
From here, you may feel this is a more kind of tight body posture here. When the arm leaves the body, sometimes you feel a bit unstable here.
Okay.
Because you have a room here.
Yeah.
But generally, so what happens is people try to keep the arm close to the body.
Okay.
This may give you a sense of sort of security. However,
Yeah.
it kills the mobility.
Okay.
Okay, you cannot use the range of motion fully. So from here, as you can see, as you pull this down, dragging this down, and this goes in here. So you have pretty much this motion here.
Yeah.
Instead, your hand has to go more in front of your body.
Okay.
So even if you have a bit of pulling here, but still you have to use this leverage here. So go up here and then pull this way here, and then let it go instead of on this side here.
Okay.
So as a result, what we see here is that both knees are bent here. Pretty much your legs are going into this position here.
Yeah.
Your pelvis is collapsing here.
Okay.
Instead of kick and throw here, and then stand on the leader side.
Okay.
So during the backswing, you are building the tension in the body by coiling the body.
Yeah.
Using this, you are throwing the arms and club here, and the stand on the leader side, and then finish high up here.
Okay.
Instead of pulling this on your right side here, pull this and coming this way. So this is your finished position. And then let's go back to the dandelion view again. Let's see your elbow, right elbow position here. So about here, the club is parallel to the ground. If you look at your right elbow, so draw a vertical line from the right shoulder down.
Yeah.
Then your elbow is way inside here.
Okay, and it should be vertical, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
So pretty much when the club is horizontal here, your right upper arm is almost aligned vertically.
And if I go steeper at the beginning, will that change that?
So you have to start a bit steeper.
Yeah.
And then also on the way down, instead of pulling this to your right side here, you have to bring this in front of your body.
Okay.
So more than anything, you need to move the ball a bit more away from your body.
Okay.
And then try to reach out so that your arms can clear your body and go in front of your body instead of coming on the side here. This is probably the main thing in your swing.
Okay.
So for that, what we'll do is we'll start with the rope.
Okay.
Okay. The rope will give you really good hand motion and the end point motion.
Okay.
Because rope is flexible,
Yeah.
you cannot manipulate with the hand.
Yeah.
So the rope will give you honest response to what you do.
Okay.
And if you swing the rope correctly with a good swing plane, that means your hand path is reasonable. So it's a good starting point.
Okay. Okay.
This is the official Dr. Kwon golf swing rope.
Okay.
It has a logo here.
Okay, sweet.
So when you swing the rope, the goal is to move the end point around your body.
Yeah.
It's not about your body motion, certain body posture you want to assume.
Yeah.
Instead, swinging the end point around your body here.
Okay.
So let's first see how you swing.
Okay.
So just try to swing the rope around your body back and forth. So the plane is pretty good.
Okay.
So go back a little bit, yeah, and then so align your heels along the line, and then aim this tee.
Okay.
You cannot actually hit it, but make the swing plane a bit flatter. Okay, good. So the way you handle the rope is good,
Okay.
but still your leg action is going like this here.
Okay.
So let's do this. So keep your hands pretty much in front of your body all the time. So do not use your arms here.
Yeah.
But by turning the body, try to swing the rope. So in this, so you are downplaying the arm motion, using the leg action, turn. So with this, if you turn this much, using the leg action here, your hands are here.
Okay.
So you can have a fairly large motion of the upper body by simply using the legs, right?
Okay.
So instead of using the arms, keep it in front of your body.
You just want me to go back to that?
Just turn around.
Okay.
And then with that, you have to use the legs.
Okay.
And then in doing that, first the intention to try to sort of stand tall here instead of bending the knee. Keep the legs more extended.
Okay.
Relax the body.
Okay.
And then just swing through.
Okay.
Yes. Good. Now, as you swing back and forth, instead of having the image of dragging here, try to throw the end point.
Okay.
See if you can throw the end point.
Okay.
Both ways, both ways. Even in the backswing, throw. Yes. Yes. Now the leg actions are better.
Okay.
So when you try to drag this, then your legs go with this.
Yeah.
But if your goal is to throw the end point fast, then there's no reason to do this.
Yeah.
Because your focus is throwing.
Okay.
Rather, in order to throw well, you have to actually kick the ground with the lead side leg
Yeah.
and then kick and throw.
Okay.
So you can have a more throwing action. Yes, now your legs are moving more actively.
Okay.
Because in order to throw, the legs have to drive everything here.
Okay.
So the lower body moves here and then throw. Lower body moves here and then throw instead of moving together here.
Okay.
The reason why the knees, going to this bending position is because you're dragging and then lower body action is synchronized here. So going this way here.
Yeah.
But instead, if you try to throw, then the legs respond early. With this, you're turning the upper body.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. 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 So now your body action is a lot more active here.
Yeah.
So that's the idea. And instead of dragging the club here, let the head go, throw. That gives you a different body action. In order to throw,
Yeah.
your lower body has to move first and then turn the upper body.
Okay.
Let it go. Now, even think that you have something stuck at the end, like a gum or a sticker or something. You want to shake it off by throwing.
Okay.
Shake off. Yes. Yeah. Yes. So now instead of dragging,
Yeah.
you're really letting it go here.
Okay.
This is really good. Let me record this.
Okay.
Okay, ready, go. Swing back and forth. Yeah. Look at this. Go. Swing back and forth. The swing plane is really consistent. And then it hits both ways, it hits pretty much under your armpit
Yeah.
here. That means that you have established a good swing plane.
Okay.
So when you have a reasonable hand position,
Yeah.
so you don't have to go this way here.
Yeah.
So you just throw this way and then throw this way, throw this way. With that, your hands find the right position.
Yeah.
And with that, the swing plane is now quite consistent here. Now your leg actions are a lot more active here.
Okay.
Now the left leg is kicking the ground here, supporting your body.
Yeah.
Very good. So then, particularly in your case, let's try this. Let's use the left arm. So hold this with the left hand,
Okay.
and then put your right hand here, and go up here, and then throw, throw, throw.
Okay.
It's opening too much. That means you have arm motion here.
Okay.
So arms are just holding
Use
it,
the body.
using the body, and then throw, and then your left arm goes this way here.
Okay.
So it's a supination of the forearm here.
Okay.
Yeah. So when when you think this side is again going in quite a bit, that means it's a right side dominant.
Yeah.
Then try this left arm throw.
Okay.
So when you increase the involvement of the left arm, and then downplay the involvement of right side,
Okay.
then you will have less of this here.
Yeah.
So
okay.
throw, and then throw. If you try to push this hard here with the right arm, you tend to go this way here.
Yeah.
But if you try to open the left side and then throw, then left leg pushes the ground.
Okay.
The more active left leg action.
Yeah.
So mix the both two-hand swing and then one-handed swing.
Okay.
So for a while, swing with the left hand and then grab. Feel the flow. Kick the ground. Yes. Kick the ground. Now both hands. Throw. Yes. Oh, particularly the second last one, you really had active.
Yeah.
But action. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah. Now both hands, but have a good rhythmic throw. Yeah. Now the flow is really good.
Okay.
Now let's go to a different device here.
Okay.
So this is light, but it has a little bit of flexibility.
Yeah.
But compared to the rope, it's a lot stiffer.
Okay.
And when you swing that, still have the image of swinging a rope. Okay. Go back a bit more, so align your heels with the line, aimed at the tee in that direction. As you swing, in order to have a similar motion, you have to relax your wrist a little bit.
Okay.
If your wrist is rigid, then it affects the motion of the white ball.
Okay.
Particularly because this is light,
Yeah.
you can easily influence the motion,
Yeah.
but you have to really relax the wrist and then allow the white ball go around your body like the rope.
Okay.
So again, similar feel, throwing. Yeah. So one thing. So when you throw here,
Yeah.
the left arm is not fully extended, but rather throw and the quickly is coming up here.
Okay.
So
Okay.
almost like your upper body is leaning in the opposite direction, and then letting the hands
Okay.
go toward the target here.
Okay.
So extend your left arm.
Okay.
So relax your arm, and then when you throw, let the head go away from your body as much as possible.
Okay.
Okay. So now, if your body opens a bit early, then shoulder goes up. With
Okay.
that, this has to follow this way here.
Okay.
What if you delay your opening of the shoulder a little bit? So while the shoulders are closed,
Yeah.
here, you generate good speed here.
Okay.
And then from there, just the throw, when you continue this way,
Okay.
at impact, still your shoulder is not open that much.
Okay.
Okay? So with this, well, you're going to this position here,
Yeah.
and then swing, you can keep the left arm more extended.
Okay.
Okay, the best way to do this is actually using the visual target here. So I'll give you a bit shorter tee here. We tend to lose these tees. So move maybe by an inch or two.
Forward.
Yeah, and then you are actually touching the tee now. It's too close. Just try to stay as much away as possible. But you have to touch this in the downswing. That's a task here, a challenge. If you move this too early up here, so if your left arm is not fully extended, then you will not be able to touch that. So try to relax your left arm and then make sure at impact, your left arm is well extended here. Swing through. So the swing is too hard. No need to swing that hard. Again, instead of try to override the club motion, let it go. Yeah, feel the motion of the white ball. So relax your body a little bit, and then you are simply throwing the end point here, and then touching. No need to swing that hard. So this is one way to practice. So when you keep the target relatively away from your body, and then when you try to touch it, unless you keep the left arm well extended, it's hard to touch. If you pull this in, going up here, you will miss that, right? So extend and touch, and then just let it go and follow this motion instead of quickly pull and then moving up here. So throw all the way and then just follow and then finish nicely. Then you will have legs more extended, the left leg more extended. Okay? So when you keep this bent still, that means you're pulling this in. So that's why this happens. So try to push and throw. Now, the swing plane is slightly inward, so we need to adjust this. So forget about the visual target. Go back to the line. Now, this time when you throw the white ball, try to throw the white ball this way, not this way. Currently, it's going slightly inward, this way. This is good, yes. This plane is good. So don't ever try to pull this in. Then what happens is this goes more out here and then comes in here. Instead, make sure that you are moving this along the swing plane, which is aligned toward the target, along this direction here, and then swing and then let it go here. Again, this way. Good. And then try to keep your legs straighter. So don't worry about keeping these knees flexed here. Just keep it straight and then have rhythmic motion. Now, approach to the target a little bit. It's too close. Then it's not challenging enough. So from there, instead of pulling the club this way, you are lowering this side and then let it go. So you have to swing it this way. Relax your wrist, and then feel the motion of the white ball. Yes. Now the alignment is better. So by using the visual target, you can work on this. But one thing, part of the reason why you are going this way and then the knees bending is because you want to use the arms here. But instead, accelerate here, just let it go, and then swing through, and you should be able to push the ground with the left leg. Then your left leg will show more knee extension here. Okay? And the right side is simply following that instead of. Okay? Again. Relax the wrist particularly, and feel the motion of the white ball. Now swing this way. I'm slightly on the right side. Swing this way. Then you have to lower the other side a bit more. Still, it's pulled. Yeah, so let it go. Now let's practice with the rope. Pick up the rope. As you swing, I will move. So you are basically swinging toward me. So first, here's the target. Swing, swing, build the rhythmic throw, throw. Now I'm here. Yes. Now I'm here on this side. Square again. It's not inward. Yeah, square, square. Okay, now pick up the stick. So relax the wrist. Okay, remember that wrist motion, relax the wrist, and then swing. Don't worry about the target, just swing toward me, swing, swing. Now inward. Outward. Here, at the top here, instead of holding it, let it go a bit more. Okay. So don't fight here. So throw the white ball and then let it go as much as possible and then start the swing instead of holding it, okay? Let's start with the square alignment first. Outward. Yes, inward. So here, what we can see is that in order to change the direction of the swing plane, changing the direction of swing plane is not like this, not going, bending sideward here. Rather, you're just turning this way and turning this way here. Yeah. So then, in order to change the direction of the swing plane, you have to change the way you do the backswing here. Yeah. So if you want to go inward, then you will go more this way here in the backswing, and then swing this way. If you want to go that way, then swing inward and then swing outward here. Yeah. Square means you go more laterally and then laterally. So you should be able to control this the way you want. Yeah, okay. Then, when you are not doing it right, you can quickly change it. Yeah. Yeah. So be aware of this. You should have a full control over this. Okay. Okay? So again.
Can I just grab the towel real quick?
The stick is really light, so you can easily, override, or you can easily try, you dominate the stick, but relax the system here so you can really feel the motion of the white ball around. So square, relax your wrist and arms. Then outward. Inward. Yes. So now, let's go to a heavier object here. So let's go to the orange whip. Okay. Now, orange whip is obviously a lot heavier than what you have worked on so far. But it also has this flexibility. Yeah. But at the top, try to minimize the bending here. Okay. If the head keeps going this way, it still is going that way, and then you try to go the opposite direction, it creates a lot of bending. Yeah. Minimize the bending. So that means you have to wait until the backswing is finished here, and then start the downswing here. Okay. And then now this is heavier, so the tempo goes down a little bit. Okay. You cannot swing that frequently, right? Okay. So feel the inertia of the orange whip, and then swing, swing, throw. Try to reach out this way more. Throw. Good. Yes. Throw. Throw. You see, as you can see here now, as soon as I said that your plane was a lot better. Yeah. So initially you tend to move your body a bit backward here,
Yeah.
but as soon as I said that, you were more reaching out here.
Okay.
So there's no reason to introduce unnecessary movements on the way down. So when you have a good backswing motion, and then if you reach a reasonable position with a large enough backswing here, from there all you do is reverse the direction, then simply swing, let it go. Okay? In doing that, you don't have to do this, or you don't have to do this. Just nicely bring this down as if you're drawing a sword from the sheath here. Throw the sword and then just let it go. And on this side, you can make a large arc because you are letting the end point go around instead of influencing it here, right?
Okay.
So come down here, then let it go, and then you will have arm extended here and swing through here. So have a large arc on this side.
Okay. I was in a car accident on Tuesday. We got rear-ended, so I have some whiplash. So I'd rather not swing the heavier one.
Yeah, sometimes accident happens without your, wrongdoing.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Let's use this one here. Now, then let's go to the step swing.
Okay.
So from now on, in order to promote the more active leg actions, so we'll work on the rhythm here.
Okay.
So we will practice the so-called the two-step swing drills. Okay. And then it has 3 stages. Okay. The first stage, stage 1, throw the club toward the target. This is called the trigger motion.
Yeah.
Trigger and a step away.
Yeah.
And then as you do the back swing and step toward and swing here.
Okay.
And then these steps shouldn't be that large, that big, okay? So from here, and it's just about this much, so that when you take both steps, then you go to your regular stance.
Okay.
So see if you can do this. Initially, just to feel the flow. You don't have to swing hard. You did this here instead. Turn the body. Keep the arms in front. Still, you're bending the elbow here. That means in your image you try to hit it everything with your muscles here. Instead here, just to try to turn the body. And then, so stay back here, and then again aim the T. That means you have to flatten the swing plane enough. And then, yeah, good. Now the timing is better. And they have really active backswing. So using the trigger, the whole purpose of trigger motion is, from here, you want to have an active backswing. And then let the head go as much as possible, okay? No fighting. Again. So already what you're doing is a little bit of rhythmic motion, which is good. That's the whole idea. The purpose of the steps is to promote rhythmic motion coming from the legs. Yep. And then here, in the downswing, instead of lifting this up here, try to use this motion. So if we use a lead arm only here, so bring this down here, and then eventually it has to go this way here.
Okay.
So come, bring this down here, and you have this motion here. That with that you can maintain this extended.
Okay.
However,
if
you just lift this up, then the elbows will be bent. Okay. So relax, again, relax, and then throw, and then introduce this supination motion. Then you'll be able to maintain the left arm well extended. Again. And then in the downswing, it's not dragging here and then your body, upper body lifting. Rather, it's just turning around the spine axis. In the downswing, have a more turn about the spine axis. Again. Still you have this. Because you have the stuck elbow problem here, so then the influence of that is you come here and then you're lifting this up like this. Instead, go in front of your body and then, so the right forearm goes through pronation here.
Okay.
Left forearm goes through supination. So bring this here and then both has to show this motion. Okay. Yes, more like that. So again, more on this side, more this here. Again. So in order to do this here, you need to have supinated the forearm on this side here. When this happens, you can easily do this.
Okay.
Do this here, right?
Yeah.
So you promote supination on the right side here. So instead of to bring the whole thing up here, try to have a little bit more supination. From here, go down, and then pronation here. So it's still, it's a somewhat upper body dominant. So that's why your legs are not, pushing the ground that way. Yeah, and then with that, you can actually relax your wrist better when you allow the pronation supination there. Yeah, again. So this is stage 1. Stage 2, you will eliminate the first step. Okay. So for that, start with the narrow stance. Okay, and then trigger backswing, and then take a small step toward the target, and then let it go. Okay. It's the same rhythm. Yeah. So although you are not taking the first step, but still the body rhythm should be the same, right? Again. This time the step was a bit too early.
Too early? Okay.
Yeah, so you did this here. Yeah. Instead, by using the leg push, and then you go here. That's better. And then try to bring your right arm a bit more away from your body on the way down. Yes. Yes. The step is a bit early. Yeah. So what happens is that means it's arm driven here. Your arms are pulling this back, and you can do this. Yeah. So pretty much the step goes like this. Instead, using the leg push, and then go here. Okay. Use the right leg push to take the left step. Yes. Too early. Yes. So you have to really load onto the tread side, and then push here. So go here, and then push, and then take this step here. So still, when the step goes that early, that means you have tendency of using the arms. So when you swing this using the body, turn here, using the leg actions here, then this is the right timing here. But if you use the arms, you can do this. So have the image of turning the whole upper body as one unit. What's rotating the upper body is the legs and pelvis. So turn the whole upper body as one unit using the hip muscles and the leg muscles. And then now, as you do, currently the rhythmic motion is okay, good, but what I see now is strong tendency of wang type motion here. So again, this is a lightsaber. Yeah. You are a Jedi. When you use the lightsaber, it responds to the speed and it makes sound. Yeah. Wang, right? Yeah. Currently, your swing is wang. Yeah. Okay. Instead, wang, connect everything. as one continuous motion. Smooth continuous motion. Again. And then when you have the trigger motion, instead of using the arms and go this way here, turn the body. So your elbow is here and you are going this way here. Instead, here, throw. As if you have something target there and you are pointing that target. I'm going to hit the ball to you and then point that one and then start backswing. Again, make a continuous motion. And even when you have to go that high in the trigger motion, then instead of moving this way here, rather introduce this motion.
Okay.
The step was too early. Go back to stage one. Stage one. This time the first step was a bit late. Yes, that timing is good. Again, stage one. Yes, now go to stage two, but have a similar pattern, as if you are taking a right step, okay? Yes. That's it. So you have to connect stage one and stage two. Maintain the same rhythm. Now let's go to stage three, no step. So your regular stance.
With the trigger.
Again. Still, the trigger motion is a bit too rigid.
Okay.
So
Loosen up a little bit.
it tells me that you do a lot of this. Your muscles are quite rigid here.
Yeah.
But one important principle of motion is smooth acceleration, deceleration.
Okay.
So when we see a motion really flowing well, that means it has a good acceleration, deceleration pattern. No abrupt motion, but smooth transition here. So this is one piece motion here. Swing here. Swing. Swing. So connect the motion as much as possible.
Okay.
Smooth acceleration, deceleration instead of whoop, whoop. Stage three. So the key is motion of the white ball. Although you are promoting the stick motion using the body, but ultimately you have to pay attention to the white ball motion, continuous white ball motion. Yep. Now the connection is better. It's backswing, downswing. Yes, it's smoother. And in doing that, since you don't have that much hair here, so this analysis may not be a good one, but imagine that somebody is holding your hairs here.
Yeah.
Then what happens? If somebody holds your hairs here, your head cannot move much, right?
Yeah.
Then as you throw here, your face can turn like this.
Yeah.
However, you cannot introduce this motion here, right?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So imagine that something is holding your hairs here. So that means you cannot move the upper body like this, and the more just to turn about the spine axis. And then so in the downswing, the same thing. In the downswing, you go up here, from here, you're just throwing and turning instead of when you try to use the arms and the drag, your body is lifting like this. But from here, you just throw and the turn about the spine axis, throw and then finish. So while maintaining the axis reasonably. throw, yes. Throw the head. Yes. Now the white ball is passing through is fairly consistent. Okay. So stage 1, 2, 3 in a row. In this, again, the key is the motion should be continuous, right? Mm-hmm. 2, yes, and then 3. Yeah. So practice this a lot.
Okay.
When you keep practicing, and then again having the image of somebody holding your hairs here,
Yeah.
so you cannot move the upper part of the head much here.
Yeah.
That means you have to maintain this. Although actually you can have a bit of a up and down motion. The head can actually go up and down, but no lifting of the body.
Okay.
And then swing, swing, swing.
Okay.
Then have the feel of just the turning about the spine axis.
Okay. And so when you say practice a lot, you mean doing the stage 1, 2, 3 in a row like that?
Or you can use stage 1 for a while,
Yeah.
then move on 2
Okay.
and 3. But once you establish good flow and the right timing,
Yeah.
then going to stage 2 and stage 3 should be straightforward.
Okay.
Because you are maintaining the same rhythm and the same timing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's important to have the steps at the right times in stage 1, and then maintain the rhythm and start removing the steps.
Okay.
And then particularly you can use stage 3 as your pre-shot routine
Okay.
before you hit the ball. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and your regular swing. This time you use the arms here. So the purpose of
Start the backswing.
the purpose of the step drills is that it will sort of you're essentially developing this motor program,
Yeah.
so that when you start the regular swing, even in the regular swing, you can use the body at the beginning, right? So your muscles will remember this.
Yeah.
So initially, you are intentionally taking the steps to enforce that, but then with the regular swing, still when you do the backswing, your body will move similarly here.
Yeah.
So from stage 3, particularly from stage 3 to your regular swing, you have to remember what you did in the stage 3.
Yeah.
And they come up with a similar initial backswing motion.
Okay.
Again, 1, 2, 3, and regular. Yes. Yes, it's better. So as you repeat this, I can see that you have less motion here.
Yeah.
Because you are in the process of getting used to this rhythm here.
Okay.
So practice is a lot.
Okay.
Even
How much do you how often?
for next 2 or 3 weeks,
Okay.
every day maybe give an hour,
Okay.
and then just to work on the step drills. And then from time to time you can use your regular swing as well, but have a more emphasis on the step drills. And then as you go along, less emphasis on the step drills, but practice your regular swing more and more by using the similar rhythm.
Okay.
But then you can do this maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Then introduce a visual target like a rubber tee, and then as you swing, you are touching the rubber tee.
Okay.
So touch here, touch, and then from here, touch.
Okay.
Or sometimes you can have a good transition strategy from stage 3 to a regular swing. So intentionally, so stage 3 you have this trigger motion and then swing here. But in regular swing, intentionally start from here.
Okay.
You try to touch as you start.
Okay.
Touch and then touch. So you can use these transitional strategies.
Yeah.
Then eventually you start from here.
Okay.
So give at least 2 weeks for the step drills mainly. And then from that point on, you use this transitional strategy.
Okay.
And then emphasize then your regular swing with the visual target. And then replace this with the ball and start hitting the ball.
Yeah.
You can finish this in a month.
Yeah.
You can do everything. So,
Okay.
you know, just as a have a really purposeful practice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So now again, say 3 and your regular swing.
Okay.
So
Stage 3 in the regular swing?
state 3 is now your push-out routine.
Stage, okay. Yes, stage 3.
Yeah. And then approach it to the ball and they have similar body motion in the backswing. Yes, yes, yes. Now you have a lot less, you don't have this one here.
Yeah.
You have a lot less of this, a lot less of this.
Okay.
So that's state 3. Another one you can do is so here 1, 2, 3, swing here. So 3 triggers.
Yeah.
And then swing.
Okay.
You're doing that every time you're touching the tip.
Okay.
Go back a bit more so that, and then reach out so that you can touch that. Aha, I missed it here. Because your body was turning this way, the white ball was pulled in this way. Better. So with this, you cannot really bring this close to your body. You have to bring the arm in front of your body and swing through. So that way, you can discourage this motion.
Yeah.
Because you know that you have a target to reach. And when you go this way here, swing and pull this in, if your body is lifted up, you miss the target. So you have to swing through here. So you can use these different strategies and make sure discourage this motion, more axial rotation here. With that, all you do is just active motion using the trigger and the active motion, and then deliver. Active motion and then deliver.
Okay.
While having an image of somebody holding your hairs.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
For that, you may need sort of a harness or something here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, that particular 3 trigger drill. Yeah, that way you cannot really lift your body. You cannot go this way, rather swing. And then eventually you need to find the optimal distance.
Yeah.
So without even thinking, when you swing with the lead arm well extended, and it'll go through that point.
Yeah.
So you find that position.
So do you think that from where I was set up earlier, I'll be standing further away from the ball? Or
The tendency is that you leaned your body quite a bit here at the beginning, and then later you went this way.
yeah.
So that's what I saw. But so with this, on one hand, you have to use your legs more actively.
Yeah.
And with that, so the rhythm is all coming from the leg actions. Upper body is turning here. The upper body can move, the axis can move, but the top does not move much.
Yeah.
Your pelvis can actually move like this. So in the backswing, when the hairs are held here,
Yeah.
you can do this motion here
Yeah.
to promote this, and then this motion here. But what you cannot do is going this way, or lifting this.
Yeah.
So you can move the pelvis, because we have wide stance here. We have more room for lateral motion.
Yeah.
So your pelvis can move this way, but your head stays.
Yeah, my head tends to go towards the ball in my backswing.
And then after that, you have this motion.
Yeah.
So image this triangular space here.
Yeah.
Your head is not moving laterally that much.
Yeah.
You have more room for the pelvis motion.
Okay.
You have wide stance, so essentially you have this space here. So actively here. With that, turn, swing through, swing through. Okay. You still have a tendency of using the arms, but go here and then bring this down, draw a sword, and then let it go. So make a large arc on this side.
Okay.
In order to make a large arc on this side, you have to really extend and then finish here instead of folding the arm early. So again, have the image of having a large arc on this side. So bring this down and then extend. Yeah. Okay. Stays the 3 triggers. Throw the head, throw the white ball around. So throw the white ball and coming up here. So you have your tendency is you try to fold this a bit early. That's a typical swing pattern that I see in those people who have a lot of this here.
Don't do that much.
That's interesting. So you're still relying on your muscles and try to going this way here. Instead, relax and let it go. Yes. Now that motion was really good.
Okay.
So try to relax a little bit. Okay. They really need to feel the motion path of the white ball. Okay. You don't need to activate your muscles a lot. All you do is just to activate the muscles you absolutely need.
Yeah.
At the right timing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So that motion was really good. So somewhat relax and then feel the motion of the white ball. Your goal is to move the white ball around. Yes.
Better?
Yeah. So as long as you feel the motion of the white ball, then you will be able to adjust the things.
Okay.
But sometimes when your muscles take over, then it's the pleasure of your body, but not the motion of the end point. So try to, again, remember, good, wind up from here, and then bring this down, and then throw. Let's do the stage 3 as your preset routine.
Stage 3. Okay.
Go back a little bit, go back. Yeah, there.
Just do a swing first.
This time is a bit arm-driven.
Okay.
So backswing is more arm-driven. Okay, when you practice swing, remember that and then start the backswing with the leg action. So stage 3. Still your legs are not extending. So again here, when you have this motion, swing, then at least have this in the this motion. And throw. Have really active backswing. Yep. And then release, throw. Active backswing. Yep. the leg actions will be better. But still, you're afraid of pushing the ground with the leg, so be confident. Again, when you do the trigger, when you do the push-out routine, have active motion. And in the backswing, give fast enough backswing. Let me take a look at your club. Swing weight is about T1, which is not too bad. Okay, swing with confidence. So particularly in your push-out routine, okay, relax the arms. You're still holding it too tight. Relax your arms and wrist and feel the motion of the club head. And then active backswing and just a throw. Good, 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 good. You may have noticed this, but you already gained about 10-yard distance.
Yeah.
Build the rhythm. This time in the backswing, you try to pull this in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't use my leg enough.
so when you start here, start here and then try to pull this way here. So throw, bring it this up. Let's do the 3 trigger push-out routine. So when you do that, make sure you touch the ground here. 1, 2, 3, bring it back up here.
Okay.
Again, pulled in a little bit.
Did I?
So that means it's a more arm-driven backswing here. Okay. So when you start the backswing, use this motion here and start. Use this leg action and start instead of.
Okay.
It's more leg-driven backswing. And then in the downswing, you did not have a full swing. You just stopped about here. You see, you're just stopping here. Instead, swing all the way. Because your goal is to throw and then make a large arc on the left side. So let the head go all the way. Again. So imagine you are casting a fishing pole. The goal is to throw the hook at the right spot here.
Yeah.
In order to control this, you bring it back and then throw. Instead of just throwing like this.
Yeah.
When you just do this, then the tension develops late.
Yeah.
It's hard to control the hook motion.
Okay.
But when you have these and throw, then you're maintaining the tension all the way.
Okay.
The same thing when you ball, go over here and then big motion, and then throw here. So this motion actually helps the direction control here.
Yeah.
And also it increases the dynamics.
Okay.
So don't be afraid of having active backswing
Okay.
and winding up your body. Again, push-up, push-up routine. Practice. Yeah, remember that the leg action. That's better.
Yeah, that one felt better.
It's somewhere between more arm-driven and the leg-driven. You can go more leg-driven.
Yeah.
This time, again, your body is going upright. The knees are coming in here.
Yeah.
So you have to maintain the axis here. And swing here, and then you are letting it go through, but you have to maintain the axis to a certain extent so that this motion can continue. But you are doing this here.
Okay.
So try to maintain the axis. Again, as if somebody is holding your hairs.
Okay.
Then your body cannot extend. So maintain the axis, and then just deliver the head. The launch angle is a bit low. That's a 7, right?
Yeah. These are a little strong though.
The launch angle is about 15 degrees. You need to go to a 20, about 20 degrees, slight over. So that means when the launch angle is low, then you're still dragging. You have to let the head go, and then let the head go in front of your hand in the follow through. You have to really throw the head. So this time, yeah, 19 degrees. So again, your body is simply turning about the spine axis, and good winder from there. You just deliver the club head. Yeah, that motion is better. But always remember that if you're in the downswing, if your top goes this way here, you're turning this way, then the ball goes slightly left here. And if you go more this way here, as if you're turning this way here, like a Scotty Scheffler
Yeah.
motion here. Swinging and turning this way, your lower body is turning this way, but still the head is still inclined this way. Maintain this axis and swing through, then you will be able to have a straighter shot.
Okay.
This time again, downswing, it was a bit arm driven.
Was it?
You didn't throw enough all the way. So your goal is to throw the club head toward the target. And then, you see, watch this video. And then maintain this, the body lean away. And then, but the finish, your body is already swinging and your body is going this way here.
Yeah.
That means generally you have a turning, this, your upper body is turning this way. So swing through and then maintain this position.
Okay.
That gives a very different feel in
Yeah.
terms of your spine motion. But here. If this goes in like this,
Yeah.
then the body stands up here. Shift the pelvis more this way. Turn this way.
Okay.
So keep your right leg a bit straighter. So as you shift the pelvis more toward the target, the ball will go straighter. Okay, let's stop here. So this is something you have to do from maybe week 4 or after. For a while, spend most of the time developing the rhythm.
Just swinging.
Yeah. Okay. By having the club in your hand and hitting the ball, you're going back to your older swing.
I'm reverting back, yeah, of course.
So next 2 weeks, diligently work on the step drills.
Okay.
And particularly having the image of turning around the spine axis, swing through.
Okay.
Practice this a lot. And then introduce the rubber tee, touch, and eventually put the ball. But with the ball, still you should be able to execute the rhythmic motion with confidence.
Okay. How do you feel about speed training, and like when should I introduce it if I'm going to do it?
So speed training should be done after your pattern is settled.
So like in 4 weeks or so, something like that. If I
So without that, if you just work on speed training, it's simply the problem gets worse and worse.
Okay.
Because you're covering the problem you have and then try to do something else.
Yeah.